What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I am super excited today to be bringing you an Imrik campaign. So guys, I did it! I got early access. I was given press credentials by CA. Big shout out to them. Thank you very much. Guys, I've been following all the news just as hardcore as I'm sure a lot of you have, and I am so excited. I have over 500 subs. That's basically one of the biggest requirements in order to get those credentials. I'm pushing to 1,000, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this content that I'm going to be making. So today is the first day that Imrik drops, so I figured it was fitting that we go ahead and take a look at his campaign. We're going to do it on Mortal Empires, as I'm just kind of tired of collecting, you know, scrolls and tablets and all that nonsense. We can go ahead and just look at his start position if you're curious. He actually starts in the Shifting Sands, very near Grom, which is kind of cool. You could come into contact with him very soon if that's something you wanted. But let's go ahead and look at the Mortal Empires start. Alright, y'all. If you're new to my channel, first off, thank you for coming. I'm Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming, and I'm a huge fan of Total War games. I'm a huge fan of Warhammer lore and Games Workshop in general, and I have been for a long, long time. I put a lot of hours into Total War games, and hopefully that shows in my gameplay. So I'm the type of guy, I like to read. I like to look at the lore. I like to kind of respect the game and not cheese it. I also like to play out a lot of thematic battles, build thematic armies, and I build all the unique buildings. If you want a more complete version of a playthrough without just me skipping through everything, you come to the right place. I love all this stuff, and I want to read it, and I want to experience it, and hopefully you can do that alongside me. So, all that out of the way, let's go ahead and read real quick for those of you who are perhaps even new to the game. Just quick overview. Intrigue. Influence can be spent on superior lords, or used to affect diplomacy between factions. That's something we can use as High Elves. Espionage. If we make a trade agreement with someone, we can see them on the map. And then martial prowess is kind of our racial attribute that gives us increased combat stats as long as we are healthy. Okay. Initial challenge is considered hard for the Knights of Caledor. We've got dragon taming. Seek out the secrets of mighty dragons or defeat them for their allegiance. This is a mechanic that I've only heard tale of and never seen. So as a Prince of Caledor, we will have access to unique dragons from every faction. But how we recruit them is kind of a mystery here, and we'll see how that works once we get into the game. Suitable climate mountain, which is pretty unique for the elves. That will allow him to settle in places that other elves cannot, which is cool because then you're kind of not in conflict for the same regions. Even on Ulthuan, there is mountainous regions that make it kind of difficult to settle if you're playing as Tyrion or something, for example. We've got the Greater Invocation of Vol, additional bonuses for dragon units. Cool. And then Invocation of Elders. Not super current on my elven gods, but I think Elders, I've heard other people say, is kind of a god of war type person, which very much befits the Knights of Caledor, who are a warlike people, very martial. It improves and grants experience to dragon princes, lords, and heroes, which is very relevant considering our starting units and the types of armies we're most likely to have. And then recruitment duration, -1 turn for dragon and dragon prince units. That's also good. And with other types of buffs that you can get at other buildings, you can bring this timer down even lower. So Lord effects, campaign movement range plus 15%. That's huge and very useful considering that a lot of times whenever your regions are mountainous, you often find yourself having to walk very far to get anywhere. So having that campaign movement range is great. We'll prioritize that pretty heavily. Adding to that 15%. Draconic resilience, immune to mountain and desert attrition, makes sense. And then -25% upkeep for dragons and dragon princes. So it's going to make it much easier for us to field such an army. So difficulty, I feel like hard is the most balanced campaign. That's my personal preference. Anything harder than hard, and I find myself feeling pressured to cheese. You end up fighting goblins that are unbreakable, basically. And black orcs become unkillable death machines who fight to the last man. And, you know, you'll go to declare war on a one settlement enemy, and they'll have 5 stacks of elite tier troops. And, you know, when you start playing on legendary and stuff. So we're going to avoid all that. We're going to keep it simple. And we're going to jump into this. So let's get going, guys. With the skies above Caledor no longer ringing to the roars of dragons, Prince Imrik searches the world for the last of the mighty drakes not still suppressed by slumber. As the forces of destruction continue to thrive upon Ulthuan's borders, their efforts are needed now more than ever. The very fate of the world tied to the Asur, whether they like it or not. Imrik's pride is also at stake, for the Dragon Prince yearns to restore his realm's eminence among the High Elves. Okay. Almost couldn't breathe there. But my computer loads this stuff pretty fast, so if I don't read it quickly sometimes, I don't get a chance to. Feel free to pause at any point, of course.
Behold, Prince Imrik. You have arrived at the Plain of Bones, ancient graveyard of the dragons, to honor their dead and seek the wisdom of those still roaming the world. Few relics are left, for dark magic once took hold of this place. Furthermore, the dwarfs have committed sacrilege in seeking the dragon's treasures, wantonly despoiling their remains. You must punish their gold lust and purge them from their mountain holds. But be on your guard. Other nearby Dawi will not take this lightly and may seek vengeance. There is dark, ancient power to be found in the south. Though you may think twice before meddling here, it may be necessary. For in the distant ocean, a formidable black ark of the Druki has been spotted. Its business unknown. Noble Dragon Prince, these are wild and untamed lands, infested by greedy Dawi, twisted greenskins, and other more secretive vermin. Come what may, the Knights of Caledor must prevail.
Hell yeah. Alright, so guys, you'll notice I often don't talk during cutscenes and stuff, and that's because there's nothing that I can possibly add to the amazing voice acting being done, and we'll do all of our talking after the fact. See if we can kind of zoom in here on Imrik and look at his model. That horse is awesome. And we start off with a mage, a fire mage, very fitting for Caledor. So how they play, the Knights of Caledor. Most dragons of the world are overcome by slumber, but a small number still roam the land that the Knights of Caledor can call upon in this time of need. You will periodically encounter such dragons, from whom you can draw knowledge and power, or otherwise tame them in battle to gain their strength. Defeating the greatest and most ancient of them will see them join your cause. And of course we have influence and intrigue, we can mess with all that stuff later, espionage as well. It's an older mechanic. Our first chapter objective: occupy, loot, raise, or sack 4 different settlements. This world was once the dominion of the High Elves, now they are brought to lesser significance in the twilight of their race, yet their fury and pride have not diminished. Even outside Ulthuan's borders, the Asur continue to strike out at their enemies in defense of the world. So a little trick to get those done quickly: you can attack, sack, and then occupy, or attack again and then occupy the next turn. And that way you get double the battles, double the experience. It takes an extra turn to kind of get that foothold there. They have a unique building here as well, which might make me just want to capture this turn 1. Graves of the Dragons. We're going to go over all the unique buildings here in just a second, guys. Happy that it starts me off with some public order stuff. Imrik himself. Let's look at his starting army. White Lions. So, okay, just standard spearmen and archers, but heavy cav and a dragon right off the bat is going to be great. Let's see. Does he have any other unique traits? Nothing that we've seen. He starts with his unique horse, Malturius. Let's call him Malty. Our boy Malty is the Dragon Prince's unwavering steed, bedecked in plates and scales of sky silver that mimic the appearance of a mighty drake. He also starts with the Star Lance. I did not know this. So he has this ability, the Star Lance ability. Okay, it says it right here. But speed plus 15%. He's a fast boy. He's got a bonus versus large, and his entire army gets a charge bonus of 5%. But he gets fire damage, more armor piercing, more charge speed, more charge bonus. He applies a weakness to fire. And at some point, he'll probably be able to do fire damage. So we'll look at all this stuff as we go to level. I'm sure you're all very interested in that.
Your command?
Spry, she's extra fast. That's good. She starts with Fireball. So a little trick here. Adding heroes to your army can mess up your movement. So we want to move him first to get the most out of his movement. Okay, and then we'll attack here. The Fortress of Vorag is our starting capital. We definitely will want to upgrade it. But we already start with the Tower of Bloody Tooth. These bleak, distant ruins contain plentiful, if somewhat tainted treasures and building materials. Just try to ignore the gnawed upon bones. Interesting that it gave me a tier 3 building without a tier 3 settlement. But it gives us a garrison, which is nice. 2 white lions and 1 sun dragon. Will reduce vampiric corruption and reduce building cost and give us money. That's huge. Okay. Let's get our technology online. Military advancements 1. It's already... looks like it's already in the works. Okay. Don't have to pay for that or anything like we do for the rest of these. And we'll get into that once that's finished. We have no rights that we can currently enact. But we do have the Invocation of Elders. This has been... wow, you get extra uses for your Dragon's Breath attacks. That's crazy. Extra 3. And we all get flaming attacks for our entire army. I think that's new. And then the Invocation of Elders. Lords and nobles get bonus experience per turn. It lasts for 10 turns. And they get 50% increased experience. So if you're going to battle, man, pop this. Okay. Armor piercing damage. It also screws our relations with the High Elves a little bit here. But they don't like us anyway very much. And then our melee attack plus 10 for Lords, Embedded, Hero, Dragon, Dragon Princess. Got it. Okay. We're getting all this stuff out of the way, guys. Don't even worry about it. We're going to go to diplomacy real quick. See who hates us. See who likes us. Right now, we're only at war with the Dwarves clan Helheim. Caledor are our bros, but unfortunately we don't have... see if they'll pay us for that. They won't, but maybe they'll just give it to us. They will. Makes sense that Caledor are our bros. And we don't have a port in our starting capital, so it's going to be hard for us to trade. I'm definitely going to upgrade that. It's probably... let's go ahead and look in our building browser, make sure there's no more unique buildings that we need to have. Sisters of Avalorn, Lore Masters of Hoeth. The new Arcane Phoenix that's been added. So we know we're going to want the Dragon's Lair here. That's just guaranteed. And I also know that I will definitely want stone walls as well. And I want to play with the War Lions so badly. I think they're such a cool unit. And the Silver and Guard were also added. So I'm kind of tempted to get rid of this plaza in favor of something else once this is upgraded. For now, though, I'm just going to leave it at tier 1. I'm not that worried about public order. And let's go ahead and jump into our first battle now that we've got everything else squared away. Quick save before every battle. You never know what might happen. And we will manually fight this. And we'll take a second to look at some of the models before we do anything else. I wonder if the mage you get is random. If you can get different types of mages. Perhaps not. This is a pretty strong garrison. They gave them long beards and a Thane. I guess they didn't want you just to roll them over. Love having white lions. Let's go ahead and make our archers there. We'll put Imrik with his buddies. We'll give them Hot Group 3. Hot Group 4, Hot Group 5. Okay, they do have Quarrelers, so we need to be aware of that. They can shoot our dragon. There we go. Alright, let's take a second and look at Imrik. It's kind of weird that his color scheme doesn't match his, faction. But it does make him stand out. Let's get that out of the way. That looks awesome. The blue, white, and gold, I gotta say, I'm a very big fan of that. I also love the red and white and gold. But he looks amazing. And he has a lance as a weapon. Is he the first legendary lord with the lance as a weapon? I'm not sure. But that's also very cool. White Lions, one of my favorite units. I'd love to make a front line of just those bad boys. And then we've got our mage here. And our beautiful dragon. Should probably give him a name at some point. I was thinking Toasty. My kids have been playing Spyro the Dragon. Maybe just call him Spyro. I don't know. Start battle. We'll move up. And we'll get our dragon and dragon princess flanking. Attacking from 3 different directions... Okay, I don't know why they're walking. But attacking from 3 different directions oftentimes can really confuse the AI. Especially their range tools. So we've got Martial Mastery is active on everyone. We're going to look for a breath attack. I don't quite know why they're doing that. They're going into walk speed. Well, let's line up a breath attack. This one is strong versus single unit. We'll try and get it on these quarrelers, simply because they're also mixed up. Let's not miss. We're a little bit far away, but it still did some decent damage. Yeah, not the best. You want to be closer. Okay, they decided to turn and attack. We're shielded. I'm not super worried about that. Let's get in there. And we could probably even be a little bit more disruptive. We don't have to be that scared. We can lock this group here. I'm going to put them over there. Get them to start attacking the miners. This is just for him. We'll save this and we'll go and we'll charge that Thane. Alright, the dragon's getting caught out. Let's pull him out of combat. And get him onto those quarrelers. Yeah, we can afford to leave our dragon princes in sustained combat. They're a powerful unit. Yeah, that just totally... To get the charge bonus, we actually have to have a charge. But there we go, we pushed them. Dwarves are resistant to magic. That doesn't mean you can't do anything to them. See if that hits. How many kills does she get? 15, worth it. And we're just going to get a full encirclement here. And let's just shoot the miners for now. You guys need to hit them in the back. You'll hit them in the front. You'll collapse. And Imrik's getting beaten up on. I would not have thought, but I mean, challenging the Dawi to a blob fight is pretty dangerous. Let's pull out our dragon and see if we can get a breath attack. Got to do the old force path. But they're so blobbed up now, and we've got them so well contained. He's got to get up in the air in order to use it. There we go. Okay. Now we want to pick a target that we think will give us the best blob. You guys are on guard mode. Not sure why you're moving forward. Alright, Imrik is getting beaten the hell out of by a Thane. Come on, guys. Chew through him. Let's just send Imrik. I don't like that he took so much damage, but he's okay. We could have played a little bit more elusive, I think. She's going to have to run here. Her line of sight is all jacked up. But we challenged them to a pit fight, and we got what we wanted. How is this Thane, like, crushing us? It's kind of nuts. We could certainly be cycle charging. Make sure these units don't come back. We've got one more breath attack. These long beards are holding a little bit too well. There we go. Bounce around, Imrik. Alright, that was a good attack. Now run away. You guys come back in for the charge. We don't actually have to kill him. We just got to break the army. Damn, we took a lot of damage from that one Thane. He didn't get any kills, but he did the Lord's work. Definitely better on the charge. But he hid kind of amongst his Dawi, so we should have just kind of settled for whatever we could get. We shut down the quarrelers. We didn't lose a lot there. We just took a lot of damage. And we're going to recuperate this turn, so it's really not a big deal. But I need to keep in mind he's not as tanky as perhaps I would like him to be. I'm just coming off of a Malice Darkblade campaign where he's basically a god with like a 65% ward save. And more armor than a steam tank. So rank 2 achieved. So because this has a unique building in it, I'm not going to sack it. I'm simply going to occupy. You can see here this little obelisk denotes that it has a strategic location. And that's going to give us access to Graves of the Dragons. So actually what I can do is upgrade this first. And then go straight for this. So this will even further decrease the upkeep for dragons and dragon princes. And will provide a garrison, which is awesome. Yeah, that's probably even more important than getting level 3 here. Let's get level 3 of the Darkhold. And while I have the opportunity, I am going to recruit some archers. I probably don't need light armored archers. They're just a little bit more expensive for not much benefit. I will get some of the new rangers. They're cheaper in upkeep. They do cost a little bit more up front. Let's get 2 of those and 1 standard archer. As we sit here for a turn recuperating. But yeah, quickly rushing for Purified Graves of the Dragons. With the correct rites and due honor, the ancient hordes and armor of fallen dragons can be repaired for reuse. So right now, if we look at an upkeep for a Dragon Prince, it's 228. Which is, I mean, it looks like it's a lot, but that's really not a lot. Because Imrik has, what is it already? 25%. So if we add the 15 for that, we've got 40% upkeep reduction. Plus, I'm sure in his blue line skill, he's got Quartermaster. So another 15%. So what are we up to now? 55% plus another 8%. So we're over 60% reduction if we go for that. He has some amazing skills. I love all this new stuff, guys. This gives us influence per turn. This is Caledor Incumbent. We'll get to this when we can unlock it. It won't be until after rank 12. And then for his unique dragon, we can't get him until rank 14. So we'll kind of chill on that for a while. But what we do have access to is Route Marcher, which is something I pretty much always get first. Add that to our 15% campaign movement range bonus, and all of a sudden we're moving. Public order bonus will probably be good for him. Trade will pretty much not be an issue, sadly. And we just really need to get all the way here to Quartermaster and Renowned and Feared, and then we can kind of play around with whatever else we want. We can buff up cavalry as well. No, these are just for silver helms. Yeah, if we want to buff up our dragon princes, we need to get here first. So that might not even happen. But he also has access to this. So let's actually read this because this is incredibly powerful. Dragon Horn. A single blast on the dragon horn forged in the fire of Dragnir's flaming breath causes the foe to shrink in terror, for they know what surely follows. It gives map-wide bonus. It's our own like personal WA that we can use 3 times. And it gives 24 melee attack and causes our entire army to cause fear. We're going to get that turn 1 because I have a feeling we're going to have other battles ahead. We do want to consolidate our province, so we're going to go here next to the Ash Ridge Mountains. And then Mount Greyhag here, Crookback Mountain. No doubt this is all owned by the Skaven. We've got Pig Barter here to the other side. And then we have the Dragon Isles down here, which I would love to come and take. I had a feeling they would have a strategic location there and lots of ports. And if I want a port to start trading, Shattered Cove is where I'm going to have to go. Okay, and then she should have... Let's see, is there anything that I need here? No. So let's go for upgraded Fireball first. And then we're going to get perhaps the Flaming Sword of Ruin. Burning Head might be nice as well. Any type of AoE that we can get. We're basically working towards Flame Storm or Piercing Bolts of Burning. And she has a Sun Dragon mount now. Okay, it's only available at rank 22, but I mean, we can get there. We can get there. Alright guys, I think that's it for this turn. We could check out the intrigue at the court. Unfortunately, we don't start with any influence. And I just noticed this dragon encounter. So in 10 turns, we will encounter a dragon. What that means, your guess is as good as mine right now. We'll go ahead and fast forward through this turn. Guys, I am just over the moon happy right now. Military advancements has been finished. And we get a first quest. So, occupy, loot, raise, or sack 6 different settlements. Your journeys have taken you far from Caledor, and so your control over affairs in the Court of Dragons has waned. A faction of nobles, callow fools with little respect for Caledor's martial heritage, has invigiled, I don't even know that word, their way into the halls of power. The fragmentary reports you receive from your homeland tell of a land fallen to dissolution and indolence, where nobles revel in luxuriant balls, even while vicious pirates ravage the coast. Such behavior might be befitting of an Avalorian, but Caledor is a land of warriors. This cannot be tolerated. You must find ways to contact and mobilize your allies at home before action can be taken. So we get 25 influence, 1500 gold, which we'll probably need, and you will gain the opportunity to confederate Caledor. I want that badly because that will give me a foothold on Ulthuan, and will really open up our campaign to that entire side of the map. That's exciting. We've got more research to do. Weapon strength for Spearmen, Lothern Seaguard, Silvern Guard. I like anything that buffs Lothern Seaguard because they can become one of your most powerhouse spammable units later in the game. Reload time reduction is what I'm looking at right now. Speed is not terrible. Let's go for reload time reduction. Let's make our archers more viable. I don't really want to upgrade this. Let's move to the edge of our realm here. And we're doing that because we're going to get some regen from it. And it's going to give us another turn to recruit. Then we go for a spearman and 2 more archers. And then this will probably just go ahead and be the force that we roll with for a while. They already have a growth building here, so I think if we just go ahead and occupy it, we'll have that. And, you know, we need growth to keep increasing the strength of our settlement. Hopefully we can reach this next turn. Yeah, I think we just roll another turn on by. Should be an easy fight. Ooh, they've reinforced. They've reinforced, but they're in forced march stance. So they're going to have problems. They're going to be kind of winded. Money situation's not great, but we're going to make money by fighting and winning. Let's get in there. And now we have that amazing ability that we can use in combat. Ooh, he brought Slayers and lots of range tools. But we have superior range. We can test out the rangers here. They'll probably chew through miners. In order to really test it, though, I need to put them up against like dwarf warriors to see how good they are. I doubt armor piercing's their niche. Let's go ahead and look at that model. Go ahead and start deployment as well. So very cool looking. They look moderately kit bashed to me, but that's okay. I like the collars. Little kind of winged helmets. Okay, they're faster though. They are going to be, let's see, why are they, oh, difficulty modifier, got it. They have 20% physical resistance to kind of compensate for their low armor and melee defense. Weapon strength, probably not high in the armor piercing. Not really, but they have a bonus versus infantry. Okay, so let's make sure we put them over on the flanks. We'll let the white lions hold the center for us. And we might just want to play back a little bit. I'm pretty damn sure we've got the ranged advantage. Even though it's sort of close. Thanks to all those quarrelers that they have. Since she's not on a mount, it would be good to put her on a hill. Like here. That way she can shoot her fireball over the top heads of everybody. Let's get Imrik rolling deep. And then we'll need to be a little bit more conservative with our dragon since it's at lower health now. and we don't have any means to heal it. Let's see how they behave. Either way, we're going to go ahead and surround them, and then we'll advance if they don't. We have the superior range with our archers. And to make sure we maximize that, let's go ahead and move them up a little bit more. Move her up a little more. It'd be nice to get a good early pick on one of these quarrelers if we can. If we hover over this, we can see their maximum range. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them try and like turn to shoot me. We just need to watch for them to stop moving. See how he kind of stopped there? Stay outside that range, and we're messing them up. Just stay outside the range. Can move forward here.
Sent by the forge.
Let's back up before he takes their first volley. Okay, here they come. We can do this. Whoever's in the front line, that's who we want to charge.
Dragon princes. Slay them.
You know what? We'll pin in the miners. Just get in there. And we definitely want to be shooting that there. Let's shoot the Slayers. They are by far the scariest force that we'll be fighting. There we go. The dragon should be able to handle the quarrelers. You guys need to get in. Kind of a little bit of a mischarge there. That's alright. Let's just give them the armor piercing. Get the ranger going around. And we'll attack them from behind. Let's attack from behind with everyone, which is why these guys are so awesome as flankers. Get in. Get in. Attack there. We'll launch another fireball. And they're trying to pull away here. The dragon should be winning. Damn, he's taking a lot of damage for a dragon against quarrelers. And the rangers are now in combat. Slayers, of course, going to fight to the last. But that's still a good matchup for us, cost efficiency-wise. Attack there. Yeah, I'm shocked that our dragon just can't handle it. Versus the quarrelers. Go take that out. We're going to ignore the Lord for now. And wherever they run, we will follow. Make sure they continue routing. And right now, all I'm trying to do is kind of maybe get a line of sight, a better line of sight on these Slayers. Oh, never mind. There's only 5 left. Nope. Pull back. Yeah, we didn't let them connect. There's a lot of little tricks you can do to try and get the AI to route right at the end. Sometimes units will gain confidence and leadership in battle if they're winning in a fight. So if we let him make a connection with these archers, it would have boosted his leadership and might even have kept them in the balance of power for a little while. Man, our dragons are getting beat up. Need to take better advantage of their breath attacks. Just the dwarves are kind of the worst example of this because they're heavily armored and they're resistant to magic. And even their quarrelers are decent in melee too. They're basically just like slightly weaker versions of dwarves, of the actual warriors themselves. Alright. And this is our starting province. We're not going to sack it. Although it's very tempting. We'll just go ahead and occupy. And the Tormentor's Sword, which we can't use, we can give it to our mage, though. And we've now secured this entire province. And we've unlocked the Invocation of Isha. So we'll see what that does in just a second. Let's go ahead and start going down the blue line for Imrik. It's the least exciting combat-wise, but it'll pay all the dividends later in the game. Kindle Flame is something we're going to want to get. Let's get Burning Head. You know what? I also like Cascading Cloak of Fire as well. Let's get Flaming Sword of Ruin. We can put that on our archers to do huge damage. We're also going to upgrade this to a haven. I want to get walls on everything as soon as possible. What other lands do these guys own? If we look at them in diplomacy, we should be able to see this is their last settlement and they don't have any more armies. I would kind of like to make a non-aggression pact with Karak Azul. In some playthroughs, they become like absolute powerhouses, and I don't want that to happen. I'm tempted to demolish this. Let's see what else we could put in its place. I know I want to put a Watchtower. It seems weird not to have a war hall in our starting province. I feel like we should. But I really don't need to upgrade it now, so we're not going to waste the funds. And we can choose, let's see, I don't need to get rid of the corruption. Not yet, anyway. Growth and construction costs for all buildings. Sure. Tax rate income from trade. Sadly, that's not amazing. Okay. Yeah, let's just go for the growth. It won't kick in till next turn, so there's really no point in canceling and starting this over. I want to get this as soon as possible. Walls trump everything. And the right that we've unlocked is the Invocation of Isha. It gives us immunity to attrition. If we were going into some undead lands or something, or chaotic lands, that would be helpful. Couch replenishment rate, and plus 10 untainted to all provinces. So if we find our areas here being corrupted too heavily, we can always pop that. The corruption level right now is only -2. So it's not too much. It's not too much to handle. Alright. We're going to have to take out Mount Greyhag, and then probably move over to... Where's Mount Silverspear? Way up here. Dang. These are suitable territories for us, though. Let's roll it on to the next turn. And everything is going according to plan. They recruited another army. Not surprising. I don't know if we'll be able to get there in one turn. Indeed, we cannot. It's alright, though. We'll get as far as we can get without going into forced march stance. No doubt they'll have a better army when we get there next turn. Anything new? Not yet. This is almost done. That's kind of what I'm saving up for. The Purified Graves of the Dragons. And then we're going to get a bunch of cav. A bunch of beautiful, beautiful cheap cav. And remember, it's at 228 now. When that's done, we'll see how much our cav goes down to. Let's roll another turn. And we are only 7 turns, now potentially 6 turns away from getting a first contact with one of the dragons.
And I will consider.
Okay, they want a peace treaty. I would actually consider it if I didn't want this province, but I do. I want this entire province. I could always just stab them in the back completely. I don't know what my reliability really matters if I can't trade and do stuff. I could take their money and still attack them, which is not something I do very often, but I have no relations with literally anyone. So having a low reliability rating doesn't really matter. This is very tempting. I don't normally do this. Yeah, who am I doing diplomacy with? Nobody. Yeah. We're gonna take this and attack them anyway. It failed. Wow, that was a high. They must have heard me talking. We can still do it.
Spit out your words so I can be done with them.
Wow, they'll literally become our puppet state if we want them to. Did it not say high? Moderate? Okay. They accepted it. So the more fools them, because I will 100% be breaking that oath. An oath to a Dawi is no oath at all. Purified Graves, and now we will also get the Watchtower. And this place is going to be very hard to take because it will also have the 2 Dragon Princes, 1 Star Dragon, and we're adding 2 Silver Helms, 1 Great Eagle, 3 Loathen Sea Guards with shields to the garrison, which is already quite formidable. And yeah, I've seen other people play these campaigns and lose their starting provinces, but it's only because they don't build walls. You got to build walls, guys, and prioritize any building that gives you a better garrison, that's for sure.
Can I help you?
Yep. Very low.
The dragon's rage.
And we're going to fight this one too.
No chance.
I love to fight my first couple battles, even if the balance of power is very much in my favor. It's kind of a good warm-up. Lets you get used to playing. Like right now, I'm still not used to playing with Imrik. I'm not used to having like a mounted lord on turn 1 whose real focus is charge bonus, you know? So I've got to get used to him charging. What I really want him to do is to single out a lord and charge into them as hard as he can. But, if the dwarves kind of just hide amongst their people because they're all infantry, it gets kind of hard to do that. So what he's been doing is kind of just like clearing mobs out. And we'll do very similar to what we've been doing. And this time I think I'll kind of keep my dragon out of it. He'll stay back until it's time to do breath attacks, and then I'll just use him for breath attacks. We'll see if we can't get some cool thematic Dragon Prince charges. That dude is thick. Oh, he's a bugman. Interesting. Okay. A little bit of lore. We've got the Flaming Sword of Ruin. That's going to give us more missile damage. Let's get outside their range. Pull them a little bit more. We'll lock. Lock. Bring him forward. Alright. We got it. I'm not going to send Imrik in there. So they should be doing extra damage here. We can definitely single that guy out. Let's cause fear. Awesome. And let's increase our charge speed and bonus. Watch them duel. Come help. Alright, that's enough K mode. We got battles to win. Dawi to roast. Get a rear charge there. And a rear charge here. And yeah, off the charge, he's devastating. White Lions are kind of like quietly being the MVPs. They're just absolute can openers against the Dawi. Okay, was it worth it for 2,000 gold? I think so. In the early game, with no diplomatic relations being necessary for anything that we do, I think it was necessary. All the stuff the negatives that we just accrued upon ourselves will be forgotten in time, but us having the ability to unlock all of these better buildings and to put some defensive buildings up is clutch. We've got Skaven to fight as well, soon. Which, if my mage is leveled up, is going to really incentivize me to get Burning Head, because we're going to need some AoE to deal with their numbers. I'm going to take this settlement as well. No sacking here. We're going to keep moving. Speed is going to be our watchword right now. We got a Raven Keeper for increased lines of sight. Speed of Azurian, that's cool. But no. Iron Disciplinarian. And she will get I like Lilith's Blessing. We will want that. But let's get the Burning Head right now. Help us roast some rats. We're going to delete that.
Warrior supreme.
Put something else in its place. And... man. We're sort of stabilizing here. It'll be a few more turns before we can get that to level 3. We need to put walls in there as well to boost that garrison. Tempted to get the better rally field. Sure, we can afford that. And we'll chill for this turn. We now have the Invocation of Elders. I like the bonus experience per turn. It's 1,500 to do it, though. It would wreck our relations with the High Elves. Let's see. Caledor is still our bro.
Well-chosen words and fine wine are the marks of civilization.
Okay, we're going north. Undoubtedly, there are some serious Skaven incursions going on there. So, for the length of that invocation, that's 2,000 experience flat for Imrik, which is a lot. Okay, archery prowess has been done. Plus 50% of whatever else he's gotten during normal combat. Here, we are going to go for Elven Craftsman. Ooh, we might need to go for growth first. Get that build up. And then we are going to march as quickly as we can to get to Crookback Mountain. That is the capital. You know what? Let's bypass that. Let's go to Mount Silverspear first. There's a possibility that there's a full stack there waiting for us. Let's get the speed for our infantry. Let's get that up. We're not going to upgrade growth buildings. I always leave them at 1. I don't feel like they're ever worth upgrading. Almost ever. Never say never, but they're not super worth upgrading. Paying for this right now is basically like paying for levels. We'll do it once we get close to Mount Silverspear. My only fear is that we're going to get there and there's going to be full stacks of Skaven ready for us. Which would be terrifying. Because I don't think we can kill them. Even with a dragon and burning head. Ooh, negative growth. The populace in one of your settlements is gradually vanishing. On certain nights, whole ghettos or districts are left abandoned. The only clue for the remaining denizens is a triangular symbol daubed on a nearby gate or wall. Skaven. Skaven are snatching our peeps. So we've got a whole Darkhold, but I don't need to upgrade it quite yet. I think it's safe. This is pretty damn safe. It won't have actual, like, walled garrison, but that's probably good enough. Let's move 50% and see where that takes us. If there's anything that we can see. Lilith's Blessing stance here. We could camp. We need to still have 50%, or we can ambush. Let's move. Let's just move all the way. We can see that guy, but there could easily be another unit there, another whole army. We'll see. Either way, once we're done conquering that, we're going to come down here and retrofit our army with dragon princes. And let's roll. And every couple turns, we'll check our trade just to see how our trade potential allies are doing. You know, just what's going on. And we'll look at our reliability every so often to see if it's going up. Yeah, that's about what I figured. We're going to chase this guy down.
I decree death.
Yeah. Absolutely. War on all Skaven. He can't run because he's used Forced March stance. It's our first match versus the Skaven, but I think we can safely auto-resolve this. We're going to have a much bigger Skaven fight on our hands soon.
To let them live is folly.
Tempted to get experience. But let's get some influence per turn and a little bit of extra gold. We'll need it to recruit Dragon Princes. And we have unlocked the right Invocation of Asurian, which gives us Influence per turn, public order, and construction cost reduction, which could be good if we're building a ton of stuff all in the same time. So, for instance, we could save up some buildings that we want to build. We could switch... Actually, no, we're already in Lost Splendor. And then we could switch over. One more turn until we can recruit Dragon Princes.
You may look upon me.
Let's go for... Ooh, quest battle for the Armor of Caledor. Very tempting, but we're going to go once again. Iron just... Actually, no. Let's get wary already. Ambush defense chance, 8%. This is what I always put my last point into. I get 3 Iron Disciplinarian, 3 Wary, but I might actually just do 2 Wary, 2 Iron Disciplinarian. If I'm going to be fighting Skaven, I do not want to get ambushed. That could really wreck us. I'm going to go for Kindle Flame here to give that flaming weakness. I could dip back into my own province for some regen, but instead we're just going to push forward. And we're going to attack them again next turn. Okay, everything's looking good. If I lose Mount Greyhag to some other stack that they send, I won't be devastated by that. But I'm expecting a pretty formidable army up here. It's going to take some real tactics to beat. Ooh. Okay, we're starting to see some of the negative impacts of betraying those dwarves earlier. But that's okay, because we have that mission that's going to happen where we get a chance to confederate them. Quest successful. We've already done that. Cool. Empowered Armor of Caledor. Embed a mage hero into the following army. The Armor of Caledor is not a single piece, but an amalgamation of several armors worn by successive heroes of Caledor's long history. Yet it lacks a vital piece. When Caledor the First, one of the greatest Phoenix Kings, was faced with insurmountable numbers of Dark Elf Corsairs at sea, he threw himself into the depths of the ocean to prevent himself from being captured by his baneful enemies. If even a single piece could be recovered, it could greatly empower the Armor of Caledor. Rumors abound that a fragment of Caledor the Conqueror's fabled armor may have reappeared. Imrik must summon a mage to perform a ritual of scrying so that more can be learned of its location. And influence is great as well, and that's done. Now we have to do the Greater Invocation of Vol, which we can certainly do. It's basically giving us money to do it for free. In an attempt to locate the rumored fragment of Caledor the Conqueror's armor, the mage carried out the scrying. During the ritual, however, a shockwave of fell energy suddenly manifested from the scrying pool, violently knocking him back. Gladly his injuries were superficial, but it seems someone may already have found the fragment of Caledor's armor, someone who wields dark powers. A more forceful ritual is needed to reach out to the fragment, a ritual of Vol. After all, it was at Vol's anvil that the Conqueror's armor was first forged. So it's basically telling me I can go ahead and do this, but I need 3 technologies to do it. So that sucks. But what I might do right now is go for the Invocation of Elders to get bonus experience. We have the gold. We have really all the gold that we need. If we go into this stance, 6 turns it'll take and a hell of a lot of gold. But our upkeep now on our Dragon Princes is down to 210, which is nice. But we're going to attack here. I think they might have 2 armies. You know what we can do? We can always save the game. We've been playing for a hot second. Let's test this out. Let's test out our Skaven knowledge. Because if we attack this army that's out here and camping, it'll draw them all in. Or we could ignore them and go for Crookback Mountain. Several ways we could play this. It's also quite tempting to try and get back to our territory and just recruit a bunch of Dragon Princes and then come riding back in. But that will wreck our predicted income. Let's see how many rats they have. And what quality. Okay, it's just them in the garrison. We should be able to beat this. Let's quick save it. It'll be tough. We don't have a lot of infantry. We're going to really need burning heads to come through. We're going to have to make a nice flat line. Our archers are going to have to do heavy damage, and our dragon is going to have to be great as well. Wait a sec. Did I not pop that hold on, guys. Let's damn it, I totally forgot to use that right. At least I think I did. Okay, I actually don't remember. Damn it. Okay, I've got an old man brain, guys. Sorry. I can't quite remember whether or not I activated that ritual. And I know it was seconds ago, but I'm always trying to think of what I'm going to be doing next. Okay. Similar formation to what we've been using. We definitely want to engage them flatly. That way we can put a burning heads down their front line. And we want to beat this faction, or this army here, before the rest of them show up. Yeah, you do that. Do this. Okay. Let's lock them in, and we'll send them straight in. We need them to go in there as fast as possible. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, if we can fight this group and beat them before the second group shows up, that's our best bet.
Behold, the majestic.
And if they don't brace, we'll just charge right into them. Actually, we're going to go for that Warlock Master. Who am I kidding? Okay, they're not trying to engage me in the way that I would like. Yeah, we want to kill him ASAP. You know what? Shoot there. You two shoot here. You shoot there. And they're already routing. We can get a better burning head than that. Let's go for it. Let's boost. There we go. Was really trying to kill this guy so he couldn't keep dropping warp lightning on me. Ow, that hurt. At least it was only on the Rangers, though. Okay, keep chasing there. Let's get our front line to fall back. And we'll pull these dudes out of the spears. They did their job. Bring the dragon back. He's getting inundated so heavily. Target there. Come on, man. Get in there. Make sure we can dumpster their ranged units. How are we getting caught so much? There we go. Punt him. Pull the Dragon Princes out of that. It's just a bad battle for them. And our dragon just keeps, like, dropping orders. Yeah, that's all we needed to do a while ago, and we'd have been fine. Several of these dudes have shields. Shoot at the Night Runners. Okay. If they're going to do that, then I'm going to do this. Okay. It's not the best spot. I can go down this way. And we're going to go around. We might kill a few of our own spearmen. Give ourselves some extra damage there. Okay. The Poison Wind Globadiers have decent armor. So our archers aren't that effective versus them. We want to keep our dragon at least near the front lines. Okay, we're getting wrecked by those. We need to just come back here and attack in the front line. Imrik is also not quite winning. You guys attack there, you attack here. Pull the front line back again. Hmm. You know what? We're gonna fireball this guy in the face. Then we're gonna use Tormentor's Sword. Can't move. Want to make sure we have enough for another burning head.
Archers, it shall be done. To the fray. Death to all.
Okay, princes. Let's go. Charge these dudes. Break them next.
Spearmen, it will be done. We will obey. We away.
This is a tough fight. The gutter runners are cleaning my clock. I don't have enough infantry, really.
Acknowledge.
Okay, we're out of ammo. Everyone who's out of ammo just has to fight.
Will be done. White lions.
White lines, let's pull them back.
Phoenix son.
Man, we just cannot kill this dude.
Archers. Pull back. For order. It will be done.
We've got one more dragon breath left. See if we can rout these clan rats with a charge. And we do.
Archers. Caledor's chosen. Outward mage. Without fail.
Come on. Come on.
Acknowledge.
Get in there.
Shall be done. It will be done. White
God, this is so brutal.
acknowledged. Move. Orders received. Understood. To the fray. Without fail.
Yeah, these archers are going to rout.
A glorious challenge. Archers.
We can just break
Atter, move.
their lord already.
Prince Imrik. In Paul's name. Now. Atter, withdraw.
We need our mage to come back. She still has Winds of Magic.
March. Can I be praised?
Okay, those archers are doing work. Do a quick, like, surveil of the battlefield here. How is this thing not dead?
Prince Imrik. To battle.
Do I just need to click like 1,000 times? I think so. Our dragon princes are now broken. We killed a few more models.
White lions. Sent by the forge.
There we go.
Orders received.
Oh my god, that was tough. Hopefully we didn't actually lose any units. But that was always going to be an ambitious attack. Yeah, 300 kills on the Sun Dragon. Almost 300 kills on the Mage of Fire. And they didn't really line up very well for us, but if we had a couple more Rangers, that would have been a pretty easy fight. But we just ran out of front line towards the end there, and ran out of ammo, too. Good stuff, though.
My glory wherever I fight.
And we didn't actually lose any units, so that's good. We're 100% going to take the replenishment.
Rebuild Caledor's fortress.
And the worst item in the game, the Pigeon Plucker Amulet. Oh, it now gives hit points plus 3%. That's new.
Lesser beings fit in.
Yeah, and I totally forgot to do that. That would have been great before that battle. And we're going to have to fight this garrison again, but they're going to be severely weakened.
Dragon Prince. Another triumph.
So we can just kind of hide behind our archers, perhaps. Let's get the blessing. And I'm going to do it this time. We're going to perform the rite. Sucks that I forgot, but it kind of is what it is.
All Caledor rejoices.
And let's attack here. They're not as hurt as I wish they were, but we can put our healthier units up front. But now it's like life or death. We have to take this location. because we need the replenishment that comes with it. Super life or death. And we need to not get kited into oblivion on our dragon. Let's see. Spearmen up front to take the hits. You guys will be a secondary line in the back. We'll keep our most injured archers in the center. And we're actually going to kind of keep them more tightly packed. Mage here. Imrik here. Dragon Princes, I don't want to engage with them at all. I don't want to risk losing them. Okay, let's start our deployment.
Understood.
Let's fast forward here. Okay. They summoned and instantly routed. I'll take it. Alright. Slow that down a little bit. Now what we can do is cause them to blob up and then burning heads them.
Locating. Taking position. Slay them. Vor sends me.
And also use our Sun Dragon on them as well.
Moving out.
Ulfwan Mage.
Okay. Well, they don't seem to want to blob up very much, but we'll try.
Death and glory.
The winds rise.
We'll get this first burning heads here. See how well we do.
As you say.
You guys need to help clean that up.
Loyal. Lakoy. It will be
That seemed to do well.
Spearman. Loyal. We go. Asura forward. Dragon Prince.
Imrik looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Ephua, bend to my will.
We'll go ahead and debuff them there.
Crown Prince.
We just need to break them. We don't need to kill everybody.
All. Weapons ready. Sinner. By your command. It shall be done.
If you can kind of break them all at once, usually that just straight up leads to a mass rout. Just like this. This is the only group still left fighting. Some of them are shattered.
It will be done. Ancestors. Dragon Princes.
Yeah, and that horn is amazing versus Skaven. Causing fear with our entire army, that's huge. And that's all we had to do. We didn't have to risk any units. The burning head was nice. It didn't get a ton of kills, but it did a lot of damage. So we've been pushing pretty damn hard. I don't know what type of forces they're going to be trying to acquire at their capital. But I'm sure it's going to be significant. Probably, I would expect a full stack, perhaps. Although we did just kill 2 armies.
Finery belongs to Caledor. A donation to the dragon.
We might want to loot and occupy here. Simply for the replenishment. I just don't want that penalty.
Lay this hovel low.
Let's sack and occupy.
By Vor Imrik.
Ooh, good armor. Glittering scales. Armor +4, melee defense +5, and this passive ability which lowers melee attack around him.
Never in doubt.
And very fitting for him as well, I will say.
Greatest of the dragon princes.
And now we have 2... Yes. Okay, 2 upgrades. Perfect. Let's go for Iron Disciplinarian again. And Wary. And then soon we'll have Lightning Strike, which will protect us from multiple stacks. And let us occupy. Okay. And we'll heal up as best we can. We don't get access to the Talons of Tor Caledor or the Signs of Mathlon until rank 10. But I will say what we need most desperately now is some more frontliners. And we'll take that. And then we'll also rebuild here. Happy they left us with the trade building. That's cool. And we might sit there for 2 turns.
We are ill at ease.
What does this garrison look like? Nigh impregnable. But if we upgrade it one more time, we get walls. I'm all about getting walls on everything. Next turn, we'll be able to upgrade to a provincial capital here, the Fortress of Vorag, and that'll allow us to get walls there. And then I'll feel confident to probably just get rid of this building in favor of more recruitment buildings. Go to diplomacy. We're still, of course, very low. I'm happy we made this pact with him earlier on, but what we need to do really is go into our intrigue at court. Caledor, let's improve our relations with them. So plus 15 now. While the younger races frolic and fight, we take advantage for our gains. Let us advise Imrik of Knights of Caledor to make overtures to Arathon of Caledor. If they think it is their own idea, the more is the better. And then also, because I don't want to fight Karak-Azul right now. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Don't have enough influence for any of that. They don't want you spamming it out. But that's good. That'll keep them from, like, hating me, at the very least. And then perhaps we can keep Karak-Azul from wanting to go on an unholy rampage against us. Although, there's a good chance Grimgor might just stomp them out in the early stages here. That would not shock me. Okay. Let's roll another turn. And if we could secure 2 provinces in our first episode, that would be amazing. Oh god. Instead, Grimgor has decided to declare war on us. Great. Cool. Well, I can tell you what, I definitely don't want to fight Grimgor. I'm really hoping he goes somewhere else. He's literally surrounded by enemies of all races.
My lord, news of your conquests spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
Well said. So we also managed to complete 3 bonus objectives, which you can go ahead and look at down there. But they gave us a bonus 3,000 gold, and our technology is now researched. We've unlocked the actual right that we need to further our Armor of Caledor objective, and now we have another objective to give us some more gold, but it's really just for more raising and sacking. It's one of those things that you're going to do regardless, so don't even really think about it too much. I really want war lions pretty badly. But let's do things that'll buff the Lothern Sea Guard, which I think in the future will be a pretty key unit for us, potentially. Let's go ahead and get out to the edge of the map. Edge of our territory, that is. Hang out here, get a little bit more replenishment. And I could always tell these guys to take a hike, but I might need them in the coming battle. So we're going to recruit them now. We've got a good bit of gold. No reason to be all that stingy. May as well upgrade the Darkhold. And also probably may as well just go ahead and get the War Hall. Get access to the Silver and Guard. And we'll be able to replace all of those Spearmen if we should choose with Silver and Guard. They'll be much more expensive, but a much more solid unit. Okay. We now have 8. Let's see if from this turn to the last... Yeah, it's still 10 to mess with them. And let's just go ahead and see for experimental reasons. We're now in a net positive with them, so they won't hate us or anything anytime soon. Our rights will become available in 4 turns. We'll be able to use the Greater Invocation of Vol. And further our armor-seeking gains. Just recruit, heal.
You are privileged indeed to have the ear of Prince Imrik.
They've ended their non-aggression pact with me. That's bad. As long as they don't declare war on me, I guess. I see some orcs are sneaking around to come do some nonsense.
The herald of an ancient, powerful dragon
Oh, hell yeah.
has appeared nearby, my lord. This is most fortuitous, for you have long sought to commune with such a creature. In fact, It is the very reason you roam outside of Ulthuan.
Dragon sighted. Nearby events indicate that a dragon has recently been roaming the surrounding lands. Such an occurrence is worth your investigation, certainly. Imrik is one of the very few who can wake the dragons in times of need. As he travels outside of Ulthuan, he is on a constant search for those mighty Drake allies who still roam the world, to seek their power or bring them under Caledor's banner. So I'm very worried about us taking Crookback Mountain. But if we have another dragon, it'll be a hell of a lot easier. Which is something also that I recognize. Do I go for a steed? I feel like I need a steed to make her more versatile in battle. But for right now, let's get the upgraded Burning Head. You know what? Let's get the Flaming Sword. I think that's better. We can overcast it now. And let's go see what this is all about.
The dragon shall wake.
If I'm going to put him in my army, I need to get rid of someone. Maybe we combine these two.
Loyalty is
Yeah.
all.
And let's see what this is all about. Once again, I'm going to save the game here simply because I've never done this before, and I'm curious what options it'll give us. And maybe we can, if we do one option and it sucks or something like that, maybe we can reload and try it again. Just kind of doing a quick surveil of our lands, see what needs to be upgraded. Alright, let's do it.
As the Dragon Prince, the mighty drakes you encounter not only understand you, but also have much to offer. You may seek their affiliation or wisdom, but bringing them under your command will take much more.
Okay. After inadvertently wandering into a nearby sandstorm, you encounter an Ushabti, a giant animated statue carved into the likeness of a strange god of long-forgotten desert peoples. It is an understandably intimidating sight, but as you reach for your weapon, it tells you in a booming, otherworldly voice that it means you no harm. The stone-carved being tells you that it is a herald of Gordonar, a legendary sun dragon of great power, known to surround itself with undead desert stragglers it controls and other mystical creatures of the world's desert realms. Such a powerful dragon is worth reaching out to, but what message would you have the herald send back to its dragon master?
Infinite knowledge of the ancients.
Gordonar's Fury. Okay. Gordonar may appear an impetuous beast, but in reality is a master of channeling its rage to its battlefield advantage, enables flaming attacks for us, and speed. Okay, knowledge of the ancients. In return for tribute, you will encounter this dragon again later, and we pay him 2 grand for the privilege. Okay. Bargain, we can get influence and a Drake's Accord. Okay, we still pay, but that's a hell of a lot of influence. We can challenge the dragon. You have no intention of slaying a dragon ally, but a display of war prowess will prove you a great commander deserving of its loyalty. Defeating it will earn its service in your army and all other rewards. The herald will not be encountered again, but the dragon can be repeatedly brought to battle until defeated. And then forbearance. Let's challenge the dragon. Let's see what the hell happens.
A mighty dragon awaits you in battle, my lord. You know very well that it is no small feat to defeat a dragon, but doing so will bring recompense.
Oh god.
At least its loyalty
Ha!
and service in your army.
Okay, this was probably a mistake. Oh god. A Hyro Titan, Cambrian War Sphinx, 2 Arcane Phoenixes, 2 regular Phoenixes, Tomb Guard, not to mention himself, Tomb Scorpions. Oh my god, can we even beat this? I don't think so. But do we test it for fun? And in exchange, we'll get the Shining Light, Perfect Vigor and extra speed. We get the dragon himself. We get the Sun Shard. Gives us fire resistance 40%, passive ability Rage. So the longer we stay in combat, we get physical resistance, leadership, melee attack. And we get the bound spells Embers of the Phoenix, which looks to basically just be a Sword of Ruin. Man, let's do it. God, I have we're so injured too. This is probably a pointless battle, but let's check it out for fun. Through its herald, you have issued a challenge of battle to Gordonar, champion of the flame. The ancient sun dragon and its attendants shall fight without mercy to test our strength. Once we retrofit this army with more dragon princes and the Silvern Guard, I think we'll have a chance. But until then, no. No, I don't think we have a chance. And this is not a great map for us. I mean, lots of anti-large will serve us well. Lots of ranged will serve us well. Unfortunately, our dragon can't go toe-to-toe, and Imrik and his dragon princes are extremely injured. We also don't have a lot in the way of winds of magic. Sadly. We can use the ranger and... No. The ranger and the white lions to defend our back line, perhaps. I'm going to do my best, guys. How awesome would it be to get this done early? It's worth just about anything to beat this.
Prince Imrik.
I'm really counting more on my spears than anything. Oh god, does he have like a rebirth ability? He does, and he's unbreakable? And he has 20% physical resistance. Dear god. And he has a special dragon breath. He's almost completely fire resistant. He is so much strong. And he's got magic resistance. He's so much stronger than any other dragon. Oh, this is butts, guys. Do not take this on early in the campaign. You will lose. All of these things will have rebirth. The lore of fire plays with the winds of magic. Huh. Let's get defensive here. There's just no way we win. Our archers don't hit hard enough. Oh god. That was from the Hyro Titan. That was a Shim's Burning Gaze. We could probably just speed this up, honestly. Let ourselves get wrecked. There's no hope in this hell. No hope at all. Let's go. Let's try. Let's try. We could have perhaps corner camped a bit. Oh god, and our dragon's getting dragoned. We need our dragon to use its breath attack, or else we're just gonna lose. Our mage here. Let's cast that. Spearman instantly broke. Well, now we know what not to do. Don't challenge the Great Dragon. Should just probably pay him for his buffs and be on our way. Yeah, guys, we can just concede defeat here. That is not a winnable battle. I wasn't sure what they would do. Very similar like the Norska style monster hunts. It's interesting, but you better bring a full healthy stack of powerful units, or else you are going to get crushed. Silver and Guard would have been awesome there. They would have beat the Tomb Guard probably in a 1v1, or at least held their own quite handily, while also beating all the different monsters. Okay, let's go ahead and reload that. This will just take a second. So we'll see about taking some of those other benefits. I don't know about having to pay for it. I'd like to not have to spend all my money on, you know, temporary boons. But, you know, we learned something. And we'll see what it is that we can take into that Skaven battle with us. That'll be useful. I'm not super bummed about any of this because at the very least we were able to... not only did we learn a lot, but we're able to spend another turn kind of recuperating. Oh, did that load our quick save? Yes, it did. Sorry, guys. We'll just load up the normal save here. Christ. It's that time of the day where I get nothing but horrible spam messages on my phone. I'm sitting here and at the corner of my eye, all I see is like non-stop terrible messages. So, I think we go to Crookback Mountain first, and then we come over here and investigate this. Hopefully it doesn't just like disappear after a turn. That's also something that we could test, and it's worth knowing that too. But let's go ahead and attack here, Crookback Mountain.
This is my destiny. They are nothing.
Okay. And because we have a dragon, we can walk right in. This is another incredibly tough fight. Just sheer numbers on their side. Sucks that they have a wizard. I'd prefer if they didn't have any type of magic whatsoever. And our dragon is not...
Fools have no chance.
Is not in good shape.
The dragons.
Let's quick save and push on in.
It will be no contest at all.
If we wait longer, though, they'll just build up this army into another army. We'll pick a side, and we'll try and clear the walls, get our archers to clear the walls as well. We'll send Imrik and some of these dudes up the center to hold the gate, and we'll just fight at the gate and use our AoE magic to try and to take them out. I mean, that's our best bet. I kind of like this location over here. This should be fine. We'll come over here and take this side. We'll send these dudes up on the walls. We'll send... Let's see. You guys are going to be our gate crushers. Yeah, that's fine. They'll go ahead and destroy this gate for us. But I don't want the Dragon Princes to be the ones taking the damage. Let's actually make them a hot group 3 on their own.
We will obey.
Our mage needs to be safe. And then our archers will kind of take an angle, and that'll allow them to kind of shoot over the parapets here and onto the wall. And then our Sun Dragon, for sure, we don't want it to take any damage. Alright. Let's go, guys. Up on the walls. Let's get our dragon off to the side. Let's get that off to the side. And let's get our archers in a good spot to shoot. The sooner we shut down these towers, the better. Okay.
Orders received. Prince Imrik. Dragon Princes.
Alright, we've kind of managed to kind of scoot in under the shots of the towers here.
My power is yours.
And once they blob up here, and we get a little bit more winds of magic,
Making my way.
we can just drop this right over here and potentially kill hundreds of them.
For duty. For order.
That's nice.
Archers.
Okay. You two over here. You two will shoot the Skaven slaves in the back. We can send our dragon to go and deal with that. Okay, we've got 30 winds of magic. The annoying thing is that they're still kind of settling in. See what that can do. Look at her kill count. Yeah, that's what you do, guys. We could have upgraded it, but that's not really what we need. Let's get her a little bit closer, even. Dragon's taking some of that damage.
Acknowledge.
I don't really want to waste anything on any of my ammo or dragon breaths or any of that on these summoned units. We're not through the gates quite. Oh, we are. Did they open the gates for me? I don't know, but we need to use this horn. The rangers are the ones that need to fight. Okay, they're blobbing up again, which is awesome for us. And we now control the gates and the towers. These are clan rats. We'll go and take those guys on. And let's get all of our archers over here. Wow, our dragon almost died. Let's put him there. This is what matters now. They're gonna dodge it? Not super well. And it sorta has curved the wrong way. Oh, it was just the gate bug. That's annoying. Our dragon is super almost dead. Well, I have no way to heal it. That's rough. I don't want to risk it getting shot and killed. Damn, I can't believe it took so much damage from clan rats. That's unbelievable. You guys need to get up on these ladders, homies. Or do something else. Let's get in there. It's usually better to wait just because of how clunky the AI is. Okay. Send that. I would almost rather my dragon just rout. I can't believe it took so much damage. These things are so damn squishy. They only have 60 armor, but I didn't think it would be that bad. Okay. Since we control the walls, let's get our archers up on them. Double time. And I wanted to get these guys down here and blocking this, like, pass. So that other units couldn't come in and attack me from the back while I'm attacking them from the back. Because we are stuck at these gates right now.
Glory is mine. To battle.
Imrik has 0 kills. We need to push him forward. There we go. Keep going, keep going.
Eradicate them.
Alright, and now we've screened them out on this side. Our archers are going to be taking the walls. We can do another burning head. Yeah, let's do it. Just don't kill my... Oh, it bounced off the wall. Damn. I mean, that might be better. It, like, stayed there for a while. Okay, I was trying to get this line here to clear up the gate, but that works too. This Gracier is really messing us up. Okay, I think we can risk the Sun Dragon. I don't see any ranged units nearby.
Fury of the Forge God.
Let's breathe in there. Don't hit Imrik. And he instantly routes. Just leave the map, man. Just don't die. I want to make sure I have him at the end of this battle. That's pretty a huge waste. He could have accounted for hundreds of kills for us.
Yes.
Okay, we don't quite have our horn yet. But our archers should be firing. Not sure what they're waiting on. Shoot at whatever you can get, man.
High mage.
We can use this and it'll affect some of the units down below.
I accept. Forward.
We gotta get down, though. These clan rats are winning here somehow. And our spearmen aren't getting through.
Maintaining order. Going.
We can do a burning head this way. But I kind of want to save them for the healthy rats that we still have left. We'll do this here. And that should rout all of these guys. Very careful to try not to nuke my own spearmen there.
Setting forth. I go then.
We just got to get through this gate. Alright, let's chase him off.
Archers! For the king! Orders received.
Shoot, archers, please.
Archers! You're in there!
For Ulthuan! Orior!
No idea why they're not shooting. Just shoot, shoot, shoot.
Acknowledge.
It shall be done! Orior!
Even if they're on ground level, that's still fine.
A glorious challenge.
Looks like we've broken their lord.
As you say!
It shall be done.
But yeah, this is one of those battles that's just completely won by AoE spellcasting. Without it, we would have been totally screwed.
Wielder of the winds.
And we're out of it now.
Crush them.
But the Tormentor Sword is such a powerful ability
Everywhere. Bend to my will.
that we need to keep her wherever the fighting is thickest. And we've got all their leadership right here. We need to not let them go.
For Assyrian!
Archers are now doing work. Just please let me keep my dragon. That's all I care about right now.
Waiting orders.
Spearmen! Assyrian.
We'll make another wall there. We'll come over here and support.
It will be done! We await
You know what? Let's send the Rangers over there too. They're kind of the closest.
It shall be.
757 kills. Absurd.
Without fail. Lakoi!
Understood!
And now we've made like some nice little choke points that we can hold.
Cooling the winds.
We advance. Prince Imrik. They die.
Okay. We'll send just our cavalry are going to go after the lords because they're the fastest.
Take it! Orders
Everyone else needs to come over here though and help hold these lines for us. Our spearmen rallied all the way in the back. That's crazy. We'll keep them there just so we don't lose them. Some of our archers still have ammunition.
Ulthuan mage.
We will obey!
And we're just going to have to grind them into dust right here.
Spearmen!
Let them come. It's so hard to make these types of archers work. But they're all rocking on average a little over 100 kills.
We will obey! Death to all!
Man, chase him down. Do not let him come back.
Dragon princes!
We still have lots of rats left to kill.
We will obey! We go!
Let's see, let's get the Rangers. You can keep chasing.
Assyrian guides us!
The rest of you need to come here and take this.
We away.
Lakoi!
Mage.
Yeah,
We away.
let's follow and help.
Move.
The balance of power will shift as all these units start running off.
To battle!
Spearmen.
But they're not going to leave the map without a fight. Let's get back in here.
Understood!
Move.
Archers!
We still have to do the work of pushing them off.
We go.
We away! Advance!
And we've just got this little bit of ammo left here.
Archers!
Keep shooting. And that's going to be it. We're running out now. Chase off everything we can. We really just want that balance of power bar to tilt super hard.
By your command!
Spearmen. For duty.
Let's get Imrik and the Dragon Princes here.
Loyal. Moving out.
Our archers can fight if they have to. You know what? Come here for these clan rats.
Ulf one mage.
Spearman. As you say. A
You know what? You guys come over here. We'll encircle them. Man, I just can't believe. Maybe the tower was shooting at our dragon the whole time. Maybe that's what it was.
Prince Imrik.
Acknowledge.
Understood.
Archers have to fight.
To the fray.
And we'll use these guys to hit these clan rats from behind.
Archers.
Ulf one mage.
The mage needs to come over here, though.
Understood.
The Knights of Caledor.
For order.
Because I'm going to need that sword debuff to help me out.
Be done. Understood. For duty.
Keep going, guys.
Swiftly.
Okay, they're engaged. And we're going to hit them from behind, because clan rats beat archers.
Kill them.
The winds rise.
Hold, Imrik.
Ulf one mage.
Hold. Alright, we've got almost all of them here. Let's pop it. Lower all their melee attack to 0.
Forward.
And the trap is sprung now.
Draw back. For order.
Archers.
And just like that, it looks like our aggressive play is really paying off.
Without fail. Seal.
Really do not want to lose my cav
Shall
here.
be done.
Agreed.
I was hoping they would break a little easier than this.
A pace. Loyal.
Alright, we're pulling the Dragon Princes out.
Moving out.
If I lose the dragon, I would be hurt, but not devastated.
Caledor.
It's a sun dragon after all.
Make Ulfuan proud.
And this is the dragon campaign. We're going to get plenty of dragons when everything is said and done.
Death to all.
For duty.
For duty.
Get in there. Let's go.
Sir, withdraw.
White Lion.
Ulf one mage.
This was such a dirty battle. We've got some full surrounds. These Skaven are so damn resilient considering we've got them all like
Spearman.
in
Quickly
full
now.
surrounds with rear attacks and everything.
Attack. Your affair.
How are they just like not dying?
We will obey. For duty.
Charge them in the back.
Prince Imrik.
6 more seconds on this and then I feel like that'll just be it.
Spearmen. Onward.
Hell yeah, add your DPS to it.
Scythe
There we
hear
go.
me.
No more damage for you.
Archers.
These aren't even our armored archers.
Orders received.
Come on, you cowards, fight!
Spearman. Death to all.
Moving out.
They're breaking, they're breaking.
Ulf one mage.
Blessed by Vor.
More kills, Imrik.
We are wavering. Draw back.
They're wavering, they're wavering. Alright, we've broken them.
Question. Setting forth.
Everyone else needs to come this way.
Defending order.
We can send the Dragon Princes to chase them to make sure they leave the map. Oh my god, it's almost over.
Suffer my lance.
And just like that, no more Skaven.
March.
Gone. Get the heck out of here. Get a bunch of kills. Almost got her up to 800. Turns out Burning Head's pretty good versus Skaven. Could we have won this without Burning Head? No, I don't think so. Unless I use my dragon a bit better. I don't think there was any way for us to win that. Cross your fingers, our dragon's not dead. He did leave the battlefield, and he is a single entity. But I've seen stranger things happen. They're all very well chevroned. Rangers also performing impressively versus the Skaven. That's the exact type of units they're meant to fight, though. so it's not really a surprise. And down they go.
They cannot remain. May this hovel low.
I think we should sack into occupying.
Imrik,
Can we not move? Do we not have enough movement?
follow me to glory.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well that stinks. Draftmaster.
Another triumph for the dragon.
Well, I definitely would have just occupied if I'd known I couldn't get back into it this turn, but that's okay. It's more money. We got a little bit of replenishment. Unfortunately, none of it went to our dragon. And our secondary province is nearly secured. But that's going to be just about it for me today, guys. That battle was about all my tiny heart can take. We'll secure this province. We'll stabilize this next turn, and then we're going to call it a day.
Imrik, nothing stands in my way.
And it gave them units again. Let's try. Let's see what happens. It'll probably kill my dragon. It'll almost certainly kill my dragon, even with this balance of power. Let's test it.
Step back.
This is kind of a test for the auto-resolve. Yeah, it kills my dragon. That's not worth it.
Donation to the dragons. The dragon's greatest of the dragon princes.
We're going to just reload that real quick. And it's going to be another, like, extremely quick little battle here. But it's worth it to not lose our dragon. Normally you can sack and then occupy in the same turn, but we must have had just the smallest amount less movement range than we needed. I gotta drink water. I feel like an athlete that just ran a whole bunch after that battle. Whew. So guys, in the comment section, I would love it if you would vote. Let me know whether or not you want me to continue this campaign, pick up an Eltharion campaign, Vortex campaign, Grom the Paunch campaign. I love all of the characters and I love all the units, so I'm excited to do everything. We can certainly continue this Imrik campaign. We're at the turning point now where our lands are secure, we have no natural enemies around us, and we can take some time to retrofit our army into something like amazing. Dragon, you're gonna have to stay here and hopefully stay out of the line of fire. Alright, that's as far as I can get him. And yeah, we can have a full army of dragon princes pretty damn soon, and the new Silverin guys. Up to y'all. It's up to y'all what you want to see. I'm happy to continue this campaign. I'm happy to try something different. Let's
White lions. Spearmen.
I'm just a little bit worried about using these guys to take the walls because they're so beat up. But if I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these units anyway, we don't really want to. We don't really want to sweat it. They're probably going out regardless. So let's not stress about it too much. Let's gamble. Hopefully Renaud will be with us. He was, but he didn't really give me anything. Okay. I appreciate that, Renaud. You jerk. Let's lock these guys and tell them to attack.
Taking position.
We're going to come here to try and take the gate again. Let's send the White Lions to the gate, actually.
Dragon Prince.
Let's include them
Prince Imrik.
in that hot group.
To war!
We already know not to use our dragon. He's safely outside the range.
Archers! For duty!
One way to make sure you're not wasting your ammo is to shoot. See how they put these units in the second spot? It's way easier for you to hit them there than it is for you to hit these there. Now, archers have a really long range, which gives them a really big arc. But even still, it's way better. It's way easier just to shoot these dudes in the back. Especially if you're fighting dwarves or something and they put dwarf warriors right here. They'll be facing the wrong direction and they won't have their shields. And you can beat them that way.
Spellcaster!
Okay, so as we climb these walls,
Prince Imrik.
let's get that going to help our spearmen out. These are Skaven slaves and clan rats.
It shall be done.
We're going to go take this from them.
Athenian guides us.
And then you three, your job is to come and take these walls for me. Until I own this, I'm not sending my dragon anywhere near it.
Oathwood Mage.
Orders received. Advance. Apace.
Let's split them up.
Guides us.
High Mage.
Can you use this on... No. No. Okay, I didn't think so. And we can also use this, and it'll affect these guys, won't let them move.
Archers. Steel.
Acknowledged. As you say.
Advance.
Alright, Rangers have engaged, but where are the spearmen I sent?
For duty.
Get in there, guys.
Following orders.
Them engaging one at a time is not good.
Oriole.
I don't own this tower yet, but I can still bring the dragon in closer.
For our ancestors. Without fail.
Their lord is a group of Skaven slaves.
White lions. Fury of the Forge God. Dragon princes.
Use whatever you can. Let's win this.
For the Everqueen.
We will obey.
I don't want to fast forward right now because there's still mistakes that could be made.
As you say, death to all.
These rangers are getting wrecked. Let's pull them back
Spearmen.
and pull the spearmen forward.
Ready. We will obey. Apace.
As you say. For Assyrian.
Once this gate goes down, we'll feel a lot better. We can fly in over the back. I'm just worried. We've only got 15 HP. I feel like a single shot from one of these Night Runners could kill him. Alright, you contributed. They no longer control the gate.
Prince Imrik.
Scython. Hear me.
Understood.
Gotta win that there.
We will obey.
Chase.
Fair.
Assyrian willing. Spear.
And done. We can breathe easy. Awesome. And no dragon deaths were necessary. And I don't even really begrudge the second battle because it just gives more experience for Imrik while we have our ritual active. So he gets an extra 50%, and so does his mage. And the sooner she gets stronger, the more Skaven and other type of units we can kill. If the Greenskins want to come and try us, I mean, we're at war with them, but I don't honestly expect them to cross the mountains to fight Imrik. That's so weird. They have so many other orcs and dwarves to fight. Not to mention Skaven. They have so much other stuff they could be doing. For them to come and mess with me is kind of crazy. And another terrible item, the Feather Talk Torque. I'm happy this gives hit points. Maybe this should as well. It wrecks flying units, but...
Caledor the Imrik.
Alright, so we got the Exterminator trait. We've destroyed another faction and claimed
Our restive.
another province. Let's get some growth going, and we're obviously going to have to sit here for at least 2 or 3 turns and just count our money. And since we're not fighting anyone right now, let's just go for upkeep. We could get some replenishment rate. We'll probably do that as well. All these blue lines are really good for the elves. Here, let's get evasion. Let's relax. And we've done it, guys. We are now the proud owners of nearly this entire peninsula. And next would be, I think, to kick these guys out of here. And come and take this. And then to secure the Dragon Isles here. And then perhaps even to come and check out the Desolation of Nagash and Nagashazar. Obviously, this is not a great place for us to build. But it's got some unique buildings which I would like to check out lore-wise. And if we have a rebellion here, at least we have our army already here ready to fight. How many more turns does this last? 7 more turns. Cool. Almost level 10, so we can almost count on getting the Signs of Mathlon and the Talons of Torque Kalita into our army. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you want more, just let me know. Big thanks to CA for giving me early access. I'm so proud of that, and I'm so happy about it. In the future, who knows? Make more videos. I'll be doing lots of multiplayer stuff when that comes out if you're interested in that. And yeah, just give me your suggestions and your opinions. I appreciate it. Guys, I'm out. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Later, y'all.